And we are always watching out for you. This afternoon, we're taking a closer look at COVID-19 in Colorado, compiling the latest data from the state health department. Here's what the last 4 months of the year have looked like since September. Now, we've seen a steady increase in COVID cases across the state. You can see much of southern Colorado was in the green during this time, with the exception of El Paso and Pueblo counties. Now, 1 month later in October, counties started reporting more cases. In November, the same story. Cases continued to climb, and you can see more red here on the map. And by December, nearly every county in Colorado was in the red zone, showing just how widespread COVID-19 was around the holidays. Now we want to take a look at how the state's positivity rate has changed over time. Keep in mind, this percentage indicates how many people actually have COVID. Top health officials say the goal is 5% or less. Cases in Colorado hit an all-time high in April, putting our positivity rate at 22%. Back in September, we saw the lowest percentage since the start of the pandemic at around 2%. And then in November, cases spiked again and our state's positivity rate jumped up to 12%. And right now, we are hovering around 7%. Finally, now we do want to break down some of the demographics. The youngest and oldest Coloradans make up the least amount of cases, while those ranging in age from 20 to 29 make up the most percentage of cases statewide. And while the number of COVID-19 cases are still on the rise in southern Colorado, the number of children getting sick this year is much smaller than in years past. News 5's Ashley Portillo joins us live from Children's Hospital Colorado in Colorado Springs with more on what doctors are saying. Ashley.
Hey Allison, doctors tell me that the biggest difference this year is that we're all wearing face masks and socially distancing ourselves from other people around us. And that could be the main reason why fewer children are getting sick this winter and not making trips here to the hospital. Amanda Walls is a mother to 2 little girls, and her youngest daughter used to get sick often.
I would say in the past years, she's had at least 10 colds during the winter time.
But this
time she's only gotten like 2, and they've been very mild compared to the past winters.
Dr. David Listman, an emergency room doctor at the Children's Hospital in Colorado Springs, says because of the pandemic, doctors didn't know what to expect heading into the winter.
Last winter was really a very busy and very severe flu season. And so coming into the winter, we were sort of gearing up for what's this going to be like.
But despite rising COVID-19 cases, flu cases have been minimal.
There's never been a year on record where it's been this low.
According to the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, more than 650 kids were hospitalized last year with the flu. Whereas this year, there have been 18 hospitalizations among all age groups.
And it's probably because of social distancing and mask wearing, kids not being in school, a lot of kids not being in daycare settings, and just not being around other kids with these common viruses.
Cases of RSV, a common virus in children, have also dropped significantly. And Walls believes it's thanks to the extra precautions.
We're making tons of cultural changes, like they are wearing masks at her preschool, and everybody's washing their hands a lot more.
That her daughter is healthy this winter.
Which has like blown my mind and has been amazing just to like see her thrive without sickness.
And by the way, the doctor you just heard from also told me that as COVID-19 restrictions ease throughout the remainder of the year, he does expect flu cases to return to normal like years past. Always watching out for you at Colorado Springs, I'm Ashley Portillo, News 5.